Alright, so this is just a general setup for a wheel bearing. This is for my '01 Honda Civic. This is a non-ABS system. I will actually try to show you how to put the hub together. I just decided to stop here midway to show you how to take this bearing out, and then of course put the new one in. This is a press fitting. It is not like other vehicles where you have to take a few bolts out and put them back in, or put the new replacement in. And here I just have two sockets to compensate space. This is a press-in bearing. It is already coming out, so we're just going to continue to press it out. It's coming out nice and easy. Almost out. Hold it down because the sockets are going to pop out. Alright, just came out. The popping sound of relief. And this is the noisy bearing. The inner race came out. It's on the hub, so we'll address that soon. So a bit rusty. We're gonna save this one to help us press the new one in. And just in case you're wondering, this is actually a vehicle that comes with the plate. I call this the dust plate for the brakes. So just make sure that the bore is completely clean. It is not nice and clean. The snap ring has been taken out. And for situations like this, what I usually do is I try to compensate it. It is nice and square here, which is good. Come here, center it. And the reason why I'm actually doing this video is I see a lot of videos out there, and they tend to complicate themselves too much into how to set this up. So it can be tricky sometimes, but again, do not overcomplicate it. This is a new bearing, non-ABS. We're just gonna square in there. If you want to put a little bit of lube, that's okay. Sometimes I do. Let's see. Looking for something. Gonna put the old bearing back in. See if I can make it, which I can. Happy about that. However, I cannot put anything in there. This bar is going to go right through it. I do have a plate, a flat plate there for, I believe, ball joints. I know this ball joint is shot, which I'll be replacing. And let me get that for you. Let me just get that plate so we can press that down. Alright, so this is the plate that I was mentioning to you guys about. It is actually from a set that I have for this type of job, especially for wheel bearing adapters when it's in the car. This one, however, they don't want to cooperate, so we're just going to press this in. And one thing here that I want to address here is make sure this is straight. I know this setup is not straight, however, it's as straight as I can get. And usually it straightens out like it is right now. It's noisy, but it is okay. and I just bottom out. I can see the inner slot for the snap ring. This will not go in anymore. We're almost done here. All right. All right. And let me get the snap ring for you guys. Alright, the way I usually proceed with the snap rings, and again you have to be careful with this, and I'll go over a little bit how to remove these. Wear safety goggles for your eyes. Junk can come out. I actually put a little bit of penetrating oil into this, and as you can see, it's going into the groove. Good. I usually like to spread it. I usually like to spin it around, make sure it's seated. You may actually have this problem where this part starts to come up, because I use this. I could have used it this way, but I didn't. This part will go in once you put the hub in. So let's actually work with the hub for a moment. Alright, so let's see what we have going on here. So this is the hub that I could not get the inner race out of the hub, and this is the part that actually belongs to the wheel bearing that got stuck into the hub, and it doesn't want to come out. You might be able to get a puller of some sort. I've seen that work. I don't have it. This gives me the best of results. I hate it, but it works. So you're gonna need one of these. You might score the hub a little bit, which is okay. Wear some safety goggles. I am going to find mines. I usually don't wear it for this type of job, but always wear safety goggles. Gloves. This thing's going to start sparking. Do this in a well ventilated area where you have no gases or anything that is flammable. Also, you're going to need a chisel. We're just going to cut here a little bit, and once you cut a slit on it, we're gonna take the chisel and a hammer, and we're gonna crack it, and it's gonna release the tension, and this inner race should come out. So let's see. I may need a new blade. Let me get a new blade. Alright, let me take you in there to see exactly how it looks like. So there's actually a groove in there a little bit on the hub. Definitely went right through that outer or inner bearing race. We're going to try to see if the tension is out. Well, basically you want to cut in an angle. That way the tension is completely out of the hub. That way you can just remove it and just press it in. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can just. And the answer is no, it's just not going anywhere. So we're going to continue on cutting. I'll take you to the after result and slide it out. And I usually do a vertical cut like that, and I don't know if you can see it, but right there, there's the crack. We're going to see if we can pull this guy out. be mindful that this might be very hot. But again, there it is. There it is. There is the price of persistence. Now this is the part that really gets in there. So I'm gonna throw it out. This is the small beauty mark. Nothing to be concerned about. And now we can just press it into the press, into the bearing, and finish the job. Alright, here we go. This may take some time, but hopefully you can see some of the pressing action here. This press is one of the fastest when I press it down, so I have to set it up first. I'm gonna bottom out. It's okay. Completely bottom out. No noise. It's a thing of beauty.